I don't know about you guys, but I feel at ease. How's it going, everybody? I am the Zabin Neo Zabin here on Broadcast Zabin, and today my scheduling is a bit different just for today. I do not I mean, I still will be out by then, but then I will be back pretty quickly, so it shouldn't be too long. But today, U.S. Army soldiers have to go and take their APFT, which is going to be doing the 2-mile run. I believe they don't have to do the, excuse me, I believe they don't have to do the push-ups and the sit-ups. Instead, they have to do like a pacer test, something kind of like that. Throwing a ball. It was this whole thing. I was talking to my sergeant a bit about it, just a bit, and he was saying, you know, doing what they already had. Well, I don't know if they do 1-1-1, but maybe it was 2-2-2. Basically, that means 1-1-1 would be 1 minute of push-ups, 1 minute of sit-ups, and then 1 mile run. And then 2 would be double: 2 minute push-ups, 2 minute sit-ups, 2 miles. And so I was talking with one of my sergeants about it, and he was saying like, yeah, you know, when you exercise and you do this, he says that apparently what you need for the job is supposed to be 60%, and apparently what they were doing was seen as like 50%. They said it was kind of weird because doing push-ups, sit-ups, and then a 2-mile run kind of already works out the muscles that you kind of already would do, but military, you know, I don't know, I'm pretty sure maybe other branches maybe have to do the same, I'm not sure. But in the Army, it's now you gotta throw this basically like a medicine ball over your head and see how far it goes. And I think you still have to do a 2-mile run, and then you have to do kind of like this pacer thing, and I don't know, it's this whole mess. All just so it can kind of figure out if you're fit enough. I don't know, it's really weird. Right now, as you can see, I didn't do any of these, and I'm kind of happy that I didn't until now, because now all the stuff is out and I can focus on doing it once we come back. And that's why I'm saying that my schedule for today is different. So as usual, I will be leaving the house, in like at 3 is usually when I leave. Like if I were to go to regular PT, except this time, instead of actually going to the office and then going, hey, I'm here, it's canceled, so I'll actually end up going to just see my girlfriend, because apparently she has something important to tell me. And usually whenever they say usually the words are we need to talk, but she said I need to tell you something important, and that's more or less the same thing. So, you know, I got a little bit nervous here. I think by the time I come back, we'll focus on this challenge. But yeah, so she was just like, I need to tell you something important, and then she's like, it's not necessarily bad. And, you know, last time she told me that, it basically was something bad. It was her saying like, oh, if you keep doing this, then I'm not going to want to be with you anymore. And I'm just like, oh, okay. And, you know, not a big deal, you know. Should have told me in person. And she says she's told me before, but I'm like, you know, it's hard to change habits, you know. And that's the thing. Whenever you have to understand that if somebody is trying to change for you, and it's their habit, you do, you know. It's kind of like when you go to, or when you check out people who are like addicted to like drugs and stuff. You know, you can see them make some progress, but there's always going to be that little bit, you know, that addiction or that repetition that they always done, that thing that, you know, is them essentially kind of comes back, and it's just like, yeah, I'm gonna do it again, and you kind of catch them doing it. You're not supposed to give up faith. Well, I mean, you could say it differently. I mean, people do have different perspectives. I mean, I could probably be the same biased situation where like, oh, you're doing drugs and you're stopping that? Okay, I'm gonna support you all the way. But then she does one thing I don't like a couple times, and then I'm like, you stop that or else I'm not gonna be with you. It's like a weird threat, essentially. But that's what it was, right? So last time she's like, oh, not necessarily bad. It pretty much was. Don't say, I'd say this. Don't say something is necessarily not a. There we go. Oh my goodness. Hey, I mean, hey, if they get keyed at this, I just got a message right now. There we go. I got a message right now. Because I was telling my mom, I was like, look, they got a Fortnite costume. Wouldn't that be great? And it was the Cuddle Team Leader one. And right now she sends me this like youth union. Really? That's what the union suit? Hey, regardless, union suit, onesie, whatever you want to call it. It's Cuddle Team Leader, and I'd wear it, regardless if if this is actual pajamas though. I'm definitely gonna wear it. Hold on, let me say. There we go. Okay, so yeah, so last time, anyway, and again, just bringing up the point. Don't say something is not necessarily bad. Like, there's so much, like, you do have to choose your words, kind of, to understand. Like, if it's something, if you say not necessarily bad, at this point, at least from the talk that we had, I gotta only assume it's bad. I can't. Oh, it's not necessarily bad. Alright, I started asking the second time she brought it just now because she wants to tell me something again. I brought it up, figured, okay, how can I figure out a bit more information? It's kind of cryptic, because apparently I asked her, okay, so, like, what is it about? Is it about you, me, whatever, blah, 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 and then, like, I want to see if we still have the messages, because we message way too much. You know, sometimes you do need breaks, but talking too much is just, I feel like that kills things too much, but who knows? But she's very confusing. That's when I said there was no training tomorrow. That's when I made the John Wick edit. Can't seem to find the messages. Oh, I think I found it. Here we go. So, I was saying right now, right? We're actually gonna look at something really quick. Item shop. Hey, they brought back the brute people. Nice. I only like the brute gunner. Brute dude navigator looks a little, I don't know. I don't like that one. Job well done. Nice. Okay. I don't really look on any of these. Oh, I was like, hey, it's the dinosaur guy. Well, kinda? Because, I mean, he is a dinosaur, but they don't have the, what's her fit? What? Okay. I thought there's usually like a theme or something, but I guess not. Starly. Shine bright. Okay. I think that's enough for this stuff. So just very quickly going back into the old messages, this is what's happening today. She's like, I gotta talk to you on Thursday. Be there early. I'm like, what's it about? And then she sends an emoji of somebody turning around and then laughing and goes, you will see necessarily nothing bad. In my mind, I'm like, really? Like, last time you said that, it was something bad. And then she goes, it depends how one takes it. I'm like, oh my god. I'm like, to an extent, you're right. Like, if you could say something and that may be, you know, bad for some people, but it might be good for others. It really does depend what you have to say. And I was just telling her, I was like, you know, she agreed. She's like, yeah. And I was like, okay, but to compare last time you told me this, it was something bad. And then I said, unless you mean I said, unless it isn't bad for you, then I understand your perspective. Meaning, when she says something is necessarily not bad, she's meaning it's not bad for me, but it's bad for you. Right? That's what she's basically implying. So, Uh, I said that, and I said, for you, well, and I was being honest. I was like, for you to say it in that way is nerve-wracking, because it's like, I don't know how I feel. Like, I must have done something. And she goes, well, it isn't bad for me, basically. It's like, obviously. And then I go, okay, so it's about me. She goes, basically. So, of course, I did something, or I'm not doing something. And I said, you're interesting. She goes, very. And I said, that makes you complicated. She says, yeah. And I said, so you have to tell me something which might be bad for me. She says, yeah. And I'm like, that doesn't sound safe. That makes me nervous. She goes, you'll be fine. So I go, okay, so then it's nothing big. And she goes, in a way, no. It's just something that I should have said. And I go, okay, well then, if it's nothing big, then why wouldn't you just, why don't you just text me or something? And then she just goes on to say that, hey, shotgun, nice. She just goes on to say that, apparently she's a direct she's more direct, which even through text you can be direct, which I said immediately after. But she said, rather in person. And I said, yeah, I understand, but like, you could still be direct through the phone. Like, you don't have to, be always in person to tell someone. Like, if you want to be direct with someone, just say it. Just be like, I don't like you anymore. This and that, blah, blah, blah. Like, that's it. So, whatever. I was just like, yeah, you can be direct. She goes, things like this is better in person. So when you say something like this is better in person, it's definitely going to be something that's big and serious. Because if it wasn't big and serious, then you could say it through the phone. So she's going to waste my... It does sound... you can hate me if you want, but I do sound pretty rude. Like, she just kind of wasted my time for me to go over there, hear something that... who knows what it's going to be, and then that's it. Like, I'm gone. Like, I'm just gonna literally go. I gotta leave the house by 3, get over there by like 3:20, 3:30, wait for her to arrive, and then do whatever talk that she has. Which, again, like, don't, like, be straightforward. Don't say you're a direct person if you aren't being direct. I don't understand. You don't make a well, it's not really bad for you, and it's not, well, basically it's not bad for me, but it maybe is bad for you. Like, just, say something else. Like, don't say necessarily. Just say, this could be. Like, yeah, sure, it means the same thing, but when you read it and you kind of take in perspective, like, it does sound different. Even though it means the same thing, it's the delivery of it. So if you do say, like, then this is the thing. I said I'm nervous, right? Because I'm thinking, oh, well, then it has nothing to really do with me. But then when I did ask that it's something about me, she says basically. So, I mean, of course, like, why wouldn't I not be nervous? Like, you're saying it's something about me, which is going to be bad about me. If, I think, if this is going to be like last time, this is going to be a make or break situation, because if it's the same thing, I'm just gonna be straightforward. I'm like, look, you guys, like relationship wise and all this, I mean, I could delete everything that I have about her, like, real quick, which is true, because I mean, if everything's saved in a file, you just put delete file. But that's what I do. I have all her stuff kind of saved in a file, that way my phone isn't like too much storage. Now if I had that new iPhone though, I would have had a lot of storage and we wouldn't have to worry about this. But it's complicated. So again, I don't understand how it's something that might be bad for me or about me, correction, something bad about me that isn't big. Like, I don't understand. Like, oh, you do this and that. Like, if it's just you talk about yourself too much, I'm like, well, you could have easily just jumped in. Right? I feel like that's what it's gonna be. How come you don't ask me about my day and this and that? I'm like, the way that we talk, you can literally jump in. That's how I like convos to be, most part. People jumping in, right? Just jump in. What up, my dude? Blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, hey, what up? You know, I kind of react more. If nobody's saying anything and they're just going on with, yeah, sure. Then I'm just going to keep, all right, well, see my day, blah, blah, blah. And yeah, I do have times where I'm like, hey, how you doing? What you up to? Then it never really carries off from there. So maybe I need to be the one that does my... If this is the case, I'm going to probably call out some bias into this. Because if it's all going to be about me and the problems that I'm doing, then it's definitely just going to be like, why is it that I'm the only one putting in the work to change when you are not going to be doing the same? And we'll see how it goes from there. Something tells me one of these days we're going to have a talk and then some like, nah, break up. I don't want to be with you anymore. And that's it. Simple as that. Watch. I have a bad feeling it's going to happen. But if it happens, nothing we can do. So I asked if it's something serious about you. She says yeah, and I said okay. So I'm kind of at ease, because it's. And then I was being honest with her right here. I'm like, it seemed like I was gonna end up going back into the office feeling awful again. So what do you mean? And then it's true, because the last time that she quote confronted, well, she put confronted, but I was like, the last time that we talked and did stuff, I felt bad, right? Because I was like, you're saying this and this and this, and then basically it was like a threat / blackmail. She's like, if you don't stop doing that, I'm leaving. Do you want me to leave? And I'm just like, do I have a choice? That's how I saw it. I was like, do I even really have a choice here? Like, if we both want to be in a relationship and you're basically like threatening in a sense, then what? Like, I feel like it's all on me essentially. It's like I need to change like that, like 50 million snaps in a row. Like, I need to change quick. And I have, like, every time, like, I've caught on a bit more. Like, the last time that she had to, quote, confront me about it, I caught on. I was, like, even telling her, I was like, look, I've been trying to do it, and the last one was a slip-up, but even though I said it a little late, I realized that I slipped up, and that's progress, like, in a sense, If you can recognize your mistakes, then that's a progress. If you're making mistakes and you don't recognize that they're mistakes, that's bad. If you make mistakes and then later on you go, oh crap, I made a mistake, I shouldn't have done that, that's progress.
There it is.
So it was very disappointing day, So I just kind of like hugged it out. She's like, I'm gonna give you 1 month, which essentially it kind of already is, but we'll see how it goes from there.
Don't get me wrong, I love looking at rocks.
That's
why are we looking at rocks?
kind of about it, really. I mean,
oh, right.
after that, I felt bad, but of course, I had to go into the office, right? I was with my other future soldiers, and then I'm, kind of training with them and stuff, and I was like, okay, I can't let this thing, right, that just happened outside the office, kind of determine / dictate how I'm doing that day.
Here we go.
So we'll see how this day goes, because I have a feeling it's gonna be like,
what?
You did this, or you don't do this, and then I'm gonna be like, well, what do you want me to do? Right? Because I don't know, I have like theories. I mean, it could be anything. It could be her saying like, oh, I'm ready for, I don't know, I like some other guys or something, and I'm like, okay, well then what are you gonna do? Like, I can't do nothing about that. You like some other guy? Then what? Who do you want to be with? Your choice. Like, I'm not telling you who to be with, right? Me personally, I'm actually like a little worked up. But me personally, I'm picking, like, I'm trying to put my military career above all, right? Because in the end, and you know, I listen to my sergeants, and they say constantly, you know, there's gonna be a lot of people out there if you do decide to do the military.
Here we go.
There's gonna be a lot of people who
This
either
one too.
I
are
don't
gonna
know.
and oh,
obvious?
you spiked.
So,
There's gonna be a lot of people who judge you or don't want you to leave, and they're gonna try to hold you back, and you know, the whole point is like the military. Not only are you just doing a service for your country, but
There it is.
you know, you're gonna get so many benefits out of it. Like I was talking to one of my sergeants, I was like, hey, you know, I don't even know what your MOS is, and if you don't know what an MOS is, MOS basically means what was your job in the military. So I was like, yeah, I don't even know what your job was. Like, I see you here all the time, this and that, blah, blah. I was like, what'd you do? And he's like, oh, well, I did, I already forgot that stuff. But he's like, I did this. And essentially, it was just like a business job. I was doing like, and he compared it to like being the Amazon of the military, because he was just ordering stuff.
That is
And
some textbook strata right there.
that was kind of about it. Like, if you needed him to get some stuff, like, he would get it. He even said, he was like, anything in this office, we need it, you want it, and like, I can, you know, I can get it. And I was like, alright, shoot. I'm like, alright, nice, not bad, right? And then afterwards, he was telling me, he's like, yeah, you know, and then, by the time I do my 20 years, or I think some people were saying 20 years, I don't know if he wanted to do 20 years, but I know one of my other sergeants was saying 20 years, I know Brown
Are you
wants
gonna
to
tell
do
me what
20
you're
years,
seeing here?
so. Brown, you're somehow watching this, my man. You hooked me up.
But according to the geological survey, that should not
But
be
yeah, like
happening
once you
here.
hit 20 years, the
Something is
military
up.
basically just pays you for everything.
That's
Like
it. Found a rock.
that is basically like your retirement. And they do have apparently a program where they take a certain amount of money out of your account, or not out of your account, or is it maybe out of per paycheck? I can't even remember anymore. But part of it does go into a
What?
basically like a
I
savings
do
slash
not
retirement
understand what's going on with these rocks.
account, and then
just going
that's
to say
all
that.
that is kind of used for. So then once you retire, then you know that, like, there's so many, like, there's a lot of benefits. Like they're even telling, like, yeah, if you have
Oh, you gotta do
active
something
duty or
once that
whatever, and then you have a family,
Steel wool wasn't the plan, you
we
know.
cover your family
It just
for
happened.
medical and all this and that. And then if you know, you have, you know, some other stuff, like for example, like student loan, or no, student tuition, right? I forgot how much he said it pays, but if you have like student tuition and you don't go to school or something, or you already went to school and then you're not gonna get another degree or anything, you can actually pass it on to like your wife or child. And I was like, oh snap, you know, that'd be awesome to have. That way, you know. Yeah, he was also saying like, yeah, I think he said his son is 16, so he's like, I'm, you know, giving my tuition, I'm giving my student tuition to my son. He's 16, you know. Once he gets into college, you know, we just gotta pay this.
That's what thanks again for your help.
And there's certain things, like I forgot what it was. Like they said something like, oh, if you go to a small school, then you could probably, you know, just pay that off with your what was it called? It was something. I forgot what it was. Like, I swear, once he says it again, I'm gonna like, yeah, that was it. But yeah. I mean, you know, I don't know what she's gonna bring up. There's a lot of things. Like one, if she brings up like military or something, then I'm gonna be like, okay, well, you need to hurry up and decide. Like all I've been telling her, like if it's the military thing, I've been just telling her, like, look, just even if you don't want to do this one, just come in, talk with them. You know, Army, you're able to choose your job. You have over 150 jobs. Come on, you know. And that's essentially it. Like that's all I've been wanting her to do. And she's like, oh, I'll go in with some friends. And I'm just like, just it doesn't matter if you're going in with friends. Like it's good if you go in with friends. Don't get me wrong, because at least you're gonna be a bit more comfortable. Maybe they will change their minds. You never really know. A lot of people just assume that, you know, like I was even talking to my bro Johnny about it. And I was like, what sounds more, how do you say, like, I guess honorable, mature, whatever the heck. I forgot what I said. But I was like, what sounds better to you? Let's just say that I said better. I think I might have said better, but whatever. I was like, just basically saying, like, what sounds a lot better to you? Saying that you're a Marine or that you're a soldier? And my bro was just kind of like, Marine sounds like it's a higher rank or something. And he's like, is Marine a rank? And I'm like, no, it's not. That's just saying, like, if you're in the Marines, you're a Marine, no matter what your rank is. If you're in the Army, you're a soldier, regardless of what your rank is. Like, you can be captain, colonel, private. You're still a soldier. Like, that's how it just works. Like, and I was trying to tell him that as well. I was like, you know, each one's kind of different. You know, like Navy might be like seamen. I don't even know if freaking Air Force is like airmen or something like that. Who knows? I don't. But whatever. Clear that. So yeah, so that's kind of the thing. That just us alone, you know, without any even ask the sergeant. I mean, I could. They keep asking. Ain't that something? People keep texting me about what cereal you want, but I'm like, I already have enough. Let's see what we got. There's a chest there. Wait, oh, but it's on the ground. Okay. Oh boy, I'm gonna die doing that. Wait, but doesn't this protect you from fall damage? I could be wrong. I was close.
So, I promise this will be the last bit of
who knows,
nerding out.
man?
But do you think
Literally, it
Steel
can
Wool
be
is ever gonna
like.
get back together?
If we could patch things up,
Who
maybe.
knows?
Do you think that'll happen?
There's like a list of things that I feel like you can go off
the world would be
about.
overrun by
Like,
monsters,
oh,
so
I don't like the
who
way
knows?
you text, or I don't like the way that you've been having convos. I don't like that you do this, or that you focus on that. I don't like that you don't
So,
do
how
this
long
or
have you been
that.
studying mass
Because
extinction
if
events?
you, I'm
Since
not
our
lying
second
with you
DP.
guys. I'm not lying with you guys
Extinction?
when I say that
Oh,
right now
yeah.
I'm financially not in a, I'll just put yeah. What was I saying? Yeah, right now I'm not really in a stable financial situation. Like, most of my money, if not all of it, that I was able to spend was spent on my girlfriend. There's nothing more that nice. There's nothing more that I can spend right now. Like, if I have to spend, I'll at most spend it on like some food. At most. Like, I look at stuff, I go, man, that'd be nice to have, but I can't do that. So I'm not gonna do it. Like, I can't. Like, I'm financially not able. So if this was a situation where it's like, oh, why don't you buy me this? Like, random strangers buy me this, and I'm like, dude, how many times I gotta tell you? Like, yeah, I'm literally gonna tell my girlfriend, dude. But if it was something like that, I'd be like, you know that I'm not, like, you know I'm not able to spend money. Like, I'm not able to do this, you know? Like, the way that I get to, I'm not gonna lie to you guys, I do my best to not even take the bus. Like, I have a venture card. Basically, it's like a bus pass. It has $20 in it, right? The bus fare is like $2.25,
What brings you to Candy Valley?
$2.50, varying
As in
from
you don't know, or
what
you
type
can't
of
tell
bus
me?
you use, which is stupid. But that's like 220. Like, sure, I guess in comparison to an Uber, it's not so bad. But like, even then, I don't even use Uber anymore. I used to use Uber quite a bit, and then I stopped, and then next thing I know, they have this freaking program and stuff. But I stopped using Ubers. I stopped using what's it called? The Uber Eats, right? Like, if anybody was to do I? I'm gonna say no. Yeah, why not? But who knows? I mean, that's what I'm saying. Like, financially speaking, right now, I'm not able to really do everything that I want. You know, there's still a bunch of video games that I want to buy for the Switch. You know, a bunch of the Mario Brother games, right? Mario Party, Mario Bros. Deluxe, Mario Maker.
I think the shortest explanation is I'm a
What else?
science-based dirt psychic.
I just bought Mega Man recently. It was pretty cheap, I'm not gonna lie. I bought Mega Man X for like... The Mega Man X collection, I think, might have been $7, $7 to $10, somewhere around there. And that one wasn't so bad because you got a few Mega Man games, right, from the Mega Man X series, for that price, which isn't so bad. And then it comes, I believe that one, maybe I'm remembering the other one. No, I might be remembering the other one. Because I do have the regular Mega Man collection.
On a long enough timeline, everything goes extinct.
But, whoa.
But maybe it's not our time yet. Although technically we do meet the criteria.
Kind of the point. Like, if it was just stuff like that, like, oh, why don't you take me out? Why don't you do this? Well,
that's the way I see it, at least.
Did you ever think maybe you are dating a broke guy? Like, that is financially, like, I have to admit, like, imagine just being like, yeah, my boyfriend doesn't even have any money. I'm the only one with money and this and that, and I gotta do everything. You know, and a lot of views at that. Like, even me, like, I can agree. Like, I don't even want to be in that situation. Like, I don't want to be, oh, my girlfriend has to buy me everything, this and that, yada yada. Nah, I don't want to. Me right now, I'm kind of more focused on the army, like I said, and almost everybody that I know, like, this is what I want to do. This is what I've been trying to do, and you know, how am I, you know, because I did fast food, right? If you look at way back in my old streams, you would see that I did, like, I would come back from work, and then, like, early in the morning, for the most part, that's when I would stream. Early in the morning, and then I'd just be on, just talking about my last energy. Like, I might eat an oatmeal from work or whatever, and whatnot, but other than that, like, it was me working all night, then after that, I would come in, I would come home, and then
5 minutes left.
I'd end up having to, missed. I'd come home, I'd stream, and then, like, I would sleep. Like, it was the worst schedule for me, and I really hated that job. I'm happy that I left, because now they have all this new stuff on the menu that they have to do, and I personally am happy that I don't have to do that. You know, and especially since, like, my Spanish, since I am in a Latino community, my Spanish is kind of horrible, so, like, if somebody was asking me some stuff, I'd be like, I don't know, I need to get somebody else to do it. So it was not really the job for me, but it was still something, at least. But, you know, as soon as I quit that job, I focus almost entirely on going to these future training, I don't know if I want to call it a program, hopefully so, but the future training with the recruiting office, you know, understanding, like, this is how you march, this is how you do face movements, you need to remember the Soldier's Creed, remember the Army song, remember, I already said the Creed, you know, just some things like that, and remember, like, you gotta push yourself. And I have to admit, the station sergeant, right, he's a pretty cool guy. I mean, even though sometimes I'm just like, we would exercise and he would give a speech, sometimes when I'm dead tired, I'd be like, I freaking hate that this guy's giving a speech, but they're good speeches regardless. I think, honestly, he does say some stories that sometimes I'm just like, do we really need to hear about how you got injured and then have to do the test? But they are good speeches. I think he's, you know, the best way to explain why a speech is good is typically because you've lived through experience, you know. It's kind of like why
Good work.
with like Captain America, right? Like I'm always like, yeah, it's awesome, I love this.
You've
It's
got a
why
little time
because
left. Why not
Captain
do some
America
resourcing?
always, you know, he's the face of America, right? You know, like the speech where he's like, plant yourself like a tree beside the river of truth, and you tell the world to know you move, or something like that. Like, it's you know, it's basically what Captain America is. It does, and it's why whenever you hear him say stuff like that, it's like, yeah, I can get behind it. I feel motivated now. And that's because, you know, Captain America is such a iconic character. You know, and
2 minutes before I have to
I was
pull
gonna
you
say
out.
that maybe you could kind of compare him based on, like, you know, being brave and such. I would say you could probably compare him to Green Lantern. Because Green Lantern in the DC universe is all about willpower. And, oh my goodness. Why is everybody... Hold on, I'll be right back. Because some people don't even remember how things look. So, I'll be back! I don't know why I got loud, I'm sorry. I came back at a good time. I actually saw that the guy killed a mimic for me, so we're gonna get that mimic one done eventually. So that's dope. It actually makes me pretty happy about that. Where I leave off? I'm just gonna kind of backtrack. Like, I don't know what are the possibilities of, like, what my girlfriend could even say, unless the whole time it's just her like, hey, I got you a gift, and then it's just like, really? You got me worked up over a gift? So, I'll take that. Yeah, I don't... I'm just thinking all different possibilities. Like, I'm thinking, A, it's gonna be her saying that I'm not doing, you know, maybe like, oh, you're not doing enough for me, and this and that, and it's just like, well, what do you want me to do? Because she's someone with a really busy schedule, and she understands that we're very different. Like, I'm more introverted. I would rather, you know, I'm like homebodied. I'd rather be at home doing a live stream, right? Like, I'd rather do that. Or have a movie kind of going on in the background, or music. Usually it's a movie, because that usually distracts me. But, you know, I'll have a movie going on, or if I'm working on a YouTube video, a movie will be playing, or I'll have music going on. I guess depending how I feel about the video. Like, for example, if I know what I want to do and I'm trying to nail it like really quick, I'll probably have music. But if it's like let's say like the Victory Royale videos that I have, I would put something like a movie, because Victory Royale videos are actually pretty easy to go ahead and whip up, and it's not that hard. All right, it says it might rain. Oh, that's late at night. Okay, good. Because right now it's 12, and I'm supposed to leave at 1500. But yeah, I don't know. I feel like that it's gonna be something like, well, people are buying me food and this and that, and I feel like you're not doing the same. And it's like, I am not doing the same because, gee willikers, I'm not. Again, like I said, like right now, if it has to do with anything money-wise, any financial situation that we have going on, you have to understand, like, look,
Sounds like a plan.
what I have going on for me right now is, like, I have no money coming. And hit the road, I don't like this mission. No, this one was actually pretty easy. I think we just had to walk around, so not too bad. Um, yeah, if it's anything like, why don't you buy me coffee? Why don't you visit me at work? And it's like, well, on a normal daily basis, again, like I said, I'm introverted. So most of my time I'll work out, right? I exercise around the house. So for example, Monday, 2 mile run, I'll probably either take the main road to jog slash run uh, a mile one way, or maybe a whole 2 miles, and then I just walk it back. But if I do go 1 mile one way, then I'll probably stop, breathe a little bit, turn around, run the other mile back. But other than that, it's usually running around the block a couple times. Um, what else? Tuesdays I have to do body weight workouts, so I'm doing pull-ups, sit-ups, push-ups, and squats, and I've been trying to, push myself to at least do a little bit more, or I'll do it, and depending how I feel, because sometimes just keeping your body active by doing just these activities really push for you to do more.
Just you and me and the open road.
What do you mean what I mean?
Ooh, look, a guidebook. I snagged us a guidebook back in Plinkerton. A Cowpoke's Guide to Canny Valley. The rootinest, tootinest, yippee-ki-yinest guidebook ever
what is down
wrestled
here?
together. That's the title. I'm not, trying anything.
It keeps going lower.
According to the guidebook, there's no better way to start your Canny Valley journey than by taking in one of the stunning rock formations.
Okay. Huh? I don't like mine are to kill Huss. So what are these? What? How do you get lower than me? See what I mean by there's gonna be more of these things? I said it before, but I didn't say it.
Not possible.
Oh, come on. You're a 54. I'm a 45. Bombs. Oh my god. There's gonna be no way. Wow. Okay. Yeah, so I don't know. We'll see how it goes. I always get the feeling in my mind it's like this is where we break up. This is where we break up. That's gotta prepare for the worst. I mean, if this is it, this is like, yeah, blah blah blah. It kind of doesn't seem like it because she's always, oh, I miss you. And I feel like that's gonna be her saying like, that was me hinting that you should have came over to my job or something. I would I can't. Like, what am I supposed to do? Like, I don't have money to buy anything, so me walking in, I'm just bothering you. Nice. Yeah, me walking in and then just talking to you is basically just me bothering you, and then that's making you look like the bad worker.
Those are some nice rocks. Nice tip, guidebook.
Then,
according to the guide, this here valley was named after the explorer Thaddeus Gumption Smith, whose party set out in search of the fabled lost city of Tin.
What else?
Which wise thinkers of the age agreed
yeah,
did
I mean,
not
like,
exist. That
like that's not my goal, like, I'm not trying to be the person that's like, hey, I'm gonna go, like, would I go visit my girlfriend? Sure. If she worked at a different store, it'd be better. Why? Because simply the type of job, like, where she works, it's just, it's a really small spot. It's supposed to be one of those beauty places, right? So you could buy like what is it called? I don't know if you buy makeup there, but I think you can. But you could, I saw you could buy wigs and stuff, and you know, face products, you know, I guess to help with acne, that kind of stuff essentially. And I was just like, okay, well, you know, how, and the thing is, her boss, or maybe manager, person running the shop it works there every day, and they cashier the whole time. Like whenever I pass by or even walk in, the guy literally just stares me down. I'm just like, okay, like, wait, am I supposed to do something? I think those are my scanners, but like for some reason it's like underground, and I don't know how to get underground. So yeah, like that's me. Like I know people used to visit me a couple times. Like it's not even, sometimes not even intentional. They would just order or whatever, and then they would just I don't know. Let's say like if I was working drive-through, they would order, come to the window, and they'd be like, "Oh snap, look who it is," and I'd be like, "Hey, what's up?" And I'm like, "This is how much it is. I can't get you nothing free. I'm doing my job. I'm being a good worker." And then that was kind of it. That's all I could do. Like I couldn't. Whoa. Look, even though I got down here, it's still saying, whatever I need is lower. That's insane. Oh. Finally.
Look at this. There's a glyph. The scan says that it's one of a series. We gotta find the others.
Another glyph. Look, this one has clouds in it. What do you think that means?
Calling that a cloud is a little generous. It's more of a lopsided splat.
What? It's a lopsided splat. Who knows? Who knows? Who knows? Oh god. Let's just wait and see. I mean, we really don't have much choice. I mean, right now, what time did I say it is? Right now, it is 12:22. That's really about it. I mean, it's weird to think, like, once it hits 3, I'm gonna head out, expecting her to tell me something horrible about myself, and then see what she thinks about it. That's all I can say. I'm just happy that at least this time around, if it's actually something that for me and not for her, which is kind of biased. Because imagine saying something like that. Imagine being like, well, I mean, technically speaking, because, you know, you can always be like, oh, I got out of a toxic relationship and stuff. But she literally is just like, you're one of the people that are not toxic. And I'm just like, okay. So, like, how, you know, I feel like this is my perspective. If you say,
there's a note.
Like, oh, breaking, like, let's break up. It's bad for, it's probably bad for you, but it's definitely not bad for me. There's a couple things. One, you probably never cared about a relationship, right? One theory, you probably never really cared. Or at least there's a point where you stopped, right? I don't know, there's a lot of things to it. I'm just waiting to see what it is. I mean, you know, she's over here saying that she's stressed out from everything that she has to do. I ain't no doctor, but I try my best with advice. I'm like, look, like, blah, 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 blah. This doesn't help you. And then she goes, oh, but I already did that. And it's like, oh, okay. It's like, well, I don't know what else to tell you. Like, I'm not gonna lie, like, I'm not someone who I could say, yeah, come to me and I'm gonna give you the best advice. Like, I'm not that kind of person. Like, if anything, I would say maybe my bro Johnny. Like, he's a lot better with the advice stuff. So,
here's another note. Following the second publication of
ouch.
that guidebook, It came to light that earlier translations of the cavern glyphs were in fact
There we go.
a hoax. The mystery remains.
But yeah, like, I can't...
Another
Can't.
glyph. This one
I'm
has
just
an
waiting.
animal
I'm
thing
waiting.
in
Wait,
it.
wait, 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 wait.
An animal thing?
If there's anything,
you know,
I feel like for some
those
reason she's gonna be like,
things
I'm
on
not gonna
rocks.
stop smoking, I'm not gonna stop
You
drinking,
ask
and then I'm
me.
like,
That looks like a husk.
A hut?
that's me.
We
I'm
need
not
to
lying.
find more glyphs.
Not even lying. Because it's, she's telling me that
That glyph looks like a smasher.
Really? It just
her
looks like an angry
last
lump to me.
Close enough. First husks,
cigarette
now
or something like
smashers?
that was like
Let's keep
weeks
searching.
ago. And, you know,
Let's head back to civilization. There must be a road
oh, did
around
we already
here
finish?
somewhere. Let's consult the guidebook.
Oh, no, okay, I
Candy
thought we
Valley,
were done.
Be
I was
sure
like,
to explore our iconic abandoned junkyard,
okay, so how am I supposed to
which
get
many
these?
claim to be haunted by the legendary gunslinger Black Boot Heirs. Huh. We should find the
I'm
junkyard.
probably gonna shower before I leave, because, I mean,
To
I don't
some,
like my
Black
head,
Boot Heirs was a hero.
my elbow, my head,
others,
my
he was
leg.
nothing
Well,
but a scout.
thing is, I did get bug
Little
bites.
is known as to why Heirs,
That was
formerly
horrible.
a mild-mannered
Like,
horse whisperer,
I
traded
wake
in
up,
horse talking for
I'm
gunslinging.
like, I don't even,
But one
it
thing
must have
was
been
for
when I was with Joey
Heirs
last
was out
night.
for
Oh,
vengeance,
snap.
and it was probably horse-related. Pictures of clouds,
But I don't know, we'll
husks,
see how things go.
smashers.
Because she's
How
probably
does
gonna be
whoever
like,
was down
oh, but
here
I
know
want to
the
keep smoking and
future?
drinking and doing this and doing that, and
Maybe
I'm probably
they
gonna be
did.
like, well, that's
Lars,
not me. Like, because that bothers me. I'm not gonna lie.
You're laying down.
You know,
I am not.
I don't like
Here we are.
drinking,
Let's
smoking,
consult the guidebook.
drugs. You know, the
Legend
only
has it
time that
Heirs'
I've
legendary
been
rampage
okay
stems
with
from
taking,
the
like,
theft of
even
Senor
medication
Caballo, his prize stallion.
has been
Some say
when,
Heirs wanders the desert to this
like,
day,
the doctor's like,
calling
you
out
have
the
to take
deeply
it.
unspecific
Or
name
like when
of
I
his
had
lost
surgery,
horse.
my
Black Boot's
abdomen
rampage
was in so
popularized
much
the
pain. I
six-gun
remember,
and gunfight
and I
culture
brought
in
it up
Candy
before, I
Valley.
had like a nightmare and
It
it like,
inspired many
it made me
stories and
jump,
folk ballads
like in
such
real
as,
life.
"I don't have your
So,
horse, mister."
I was in
There
so
ain't
much
no horse
pain
in here, I
that, you
swear.
know, called a
And
nurse
the
and they had to give me,
classic Please, my
I think they gave me
God, someone
morphine.
find Senor Caballo.
I was just like,
Oh, well,
kill the
now
pain,
that
kill the
song makes
pain.
sense. I always wondered why the singer was so upset.
But yeah, like that's me. No, I don't know anymore.
Huh. I think
You know,
Lars is nearby.
it's probably a bad
If I had to
thing
guess,
that
I'd
I'm
say he's near a truck stop.
thinking on it.
Let's see what we have
This
here.
is kind of
Found it.
my
I've marked the location
defense
on the map.
mechanism, you know. I've heard a lot of people saying it. It's prepare for the worst, hope for the best. So that's just kind of my gig. And I already know if my girlfriend somehow just comes across this live stream, because she did subscribe to this channel, I don't know why, that's what I hate. Well, I wouldn't say I hate, rather, there's a lot of random stuff on here, so it's like, not the best, but my other one I would rather prefer it a lot more. Anywho, I don't know. It could be a lot of things. Maybe I'm just not ready for a relationship. Maybe I'm not supposed to be dating her. That's just how life works.
Lars? You think Sid could be
But
out here?
I don't know.
Don't
Like,
get my
her
hopes
goals are a little bit weird.
Not even if
Like,
steam tracks from a 78
I was
Scion
talking to one of
Verado,
my
of which
sergeants.
there are only
He's
two
like, well,
in circulation.
what does she want to do?
by
Right?
in circulation, you
And I'm like, I don't think I even know what she wants to
Yeah.
do. You know,
Sid might
she
be the only
says
guy smart enough to fix the
accounting,
McDonald's nitro tank.
and she wants to have her own business, and she's right now in school for that, but she's constantly on about how
Don't
she's
get your hopes
struggling
up.
and
Everything is awful and the world is
um,
falling apart.
is
And good things
dropping
basically never
classes,
happen.
and then, you know,
But when
all
the
this stuff
reunion
with
happens,
friends, and,
I get a backstage
you know,
pass
this
and
and
a
that, and yada
And you
yada.
dedicate Sweet Lady Day to me.
So,
And change the lyrics. And
that's why
Sid has to point me
I
out
was
in
kind
the
of
crowd
straightforward. I
during
was
the
like,
break,
dude, I don't
and
even,
want a spotlight. A small,
don't even know.
tasteful spotlight.
like
And
me,
we
I was
began
straightforward
a
about it. They were like,
Mustang
whoa,
van,
hey, you're
not from
joining the
the
army. I was like, yeah, I want to do the army. What do you want your MOS to be? I was like, that's the thing, I don't know.
If you want
Because there's a lot of, for me personally, there's a lot of
It's always been a special place for
jobs
me.
in the
All of
military
us
that I'm
still
quite
want.
interested in.
Talk about natural beauty,
You
man,
know,
history.
um,
I could teach a course
one
on
time,
local
right? I
history.
feel like everybody at some point
Did you
wants their
know
own
the
business,
name
so,
Candy Valley comes from a
you know, because
failed
it'd just be easy to like, hey, I'm gonna sell shirts and do this. But then again, I feel like if you work with another company on something, like for example, the way that like YouTubers typically work with companies to sell products like shirts, posters, and such, it's typically like
Let's head to the desert and see what
a
the guidebook
split.
has to say.
You know, it's saying, hey,
We're
we're gonna put you in our brand or whatever. You make profit, but we also make profit because of the traction that you bring to us. You know, that's kind of what it is. It's just saying that, like, call me Kevin, right? And if I go to, what is it, like Fan Fiber or something like that, and I go to Call Me Kevin, like, all his stuff is gonna be on there. Like, he's working with that kind of brand company to sell products, and what happens? They both get money out of it. So it's like, you don't really need to study on business stuff. I mean, you can. I mean, I feel like it's, you kind of live and learn. But yeah, it shouldn't, I don't know, I don't think it should be that hard. Like, I got hair in my mouth, I don't understand. But,
We got it.
can't even pick it up because of the stupid thing. What else? Yeah, I don't know. I'll let you guys know, because we will definitely, like I said today, we do not have a Army's PT, aka we don't have any future soldier training today. I let my buddy Rodriguez know about it. She's just like, okay. And that was kind of interesting with her as well. I mean, ooh, excuse me. She said that that she's annoyed and what did she say? She said she was tired and annoyed. Ooh, excuse me. Hold on, let me see if I can pop it up again. We didn't really talk that much. I mean, I'm kind of hoping. I feel like a mentor at this stage. Let me go all the way up. So I finally found her. I was like, oh, what was your name? What was your name? I was like, Rodriguez. And then I found her first name. I was like, oh, there she is. And I'm like, hey, training is canceled tomorrow. I'm like, unless you want to see them work out. She's like, oh, really? Where's it at? And I was like, oh, they said, I think they said it was at this one college. We could still show up to go with them, I believe. And she's like, oh, I'm going to confirm my test tomorrow. I think I might go, or maybe not. No, never mind. I'm gonna go tomorrow. She says, with them. Wait, what? Oh, I'm not gonna go tomorrow with them. Okay. I was like, I was being honest, because I was like, I do want to go with them and see how it goes, but then I kind of don't wanna.
The Smasher wasn't in their future.
It was in their present.
There you go.
Do you?
Oh, we're already on the next defense.
The storm has come before.
I don't know what to think. But that's certainly
Here we go. So she said, I would be gone, but I need to be back at 6:30, and I doubt we'll make it back at that time. I said, definitely not, no way.
Does this mean all my dreams are coming true? Is Steel Wool gonna play?
She goes, yeah. So no. Plus, I'm done with the army for now. And at the time, I was like, what? She's not gonna do the army no more? I'm like, how come, if you don't mind? She's like, oh, I'm just tired, I'm annoyed. LMAO. And I was like, hey, I get you. We reach those stages in our life where we're just like, man, I don't, I don't want to, like, I just don't want to do this or do that and blah, blah, blah. And, like, I just want to, take a bit of a break. And I'm like, yeah, I get that. I was like, yeah, just get yourself together, that's all. If you need me to do anything, I got you. Because I thought she was going to be like, hey, you can tell them I'm not going to come or whatever. I don't know, like, a little while later, like almost a half hour, jeez. She goes, oh, I have a question about the test. And I was like, the ones that they're doing tomorrow? She's like, no, the ASVAB and PICA. I was like, oh, and she's like, which one you take? I was like, oh, well, I did the ASVAB. And I was like, she's like, where'd you confirm it and all? And I was like, oh, I did it at MEPS. She's like, oh, so you went to MEPS for that? I was like, yeah, it took me, or I believe you can confirm it with somebody there. But I was like, yeah, when I took the ASVAB, they had me go to the MEPS office, Army section, and then say ASVAB and such. And she was just asking on and on and on, and I was like, dang, okay. Alright, so this one, see, this is kind of, I feel like it's context clues. I feel like I'm playing Blue's Clues again. Okay, let's see. This is our regular base, right? So then, down here is a bad choice. Maybe we should go back here. Or are they both just downward? Oh. Okay. Ooh. This is hard. Ooh. Okay, I think we're gonna go with the one in the north side, because it's just simply just come up here, go this way, and then you're back to the top. And the other one kind of seemed a little longer, so I think this might be better. I need to get out of this. Oh, we're actually going to be smart about it. We're actually going to wait. We're going to wait for it to build up. Hopefully, right? Hopefully. There is going to be somebody, oops, there's going to be somebody who joins us, there we go, when defending the storm, because, I mean, it's going to be hard doing it on our own, so, I don't know if it actually would be happening, but I think it was interesting, because, like I said, my buddy Rodriguez, the one that's doing the Army future soldier training, sorry. With her, I was just like, yeah, what's up? How you doing? Wait, what's this? Okay, for a second, I thought it was somebody messaging me, but it appears not. What was I saying? So yeah, so you know, I mean, I doubt that it would actually happen, but I thought it was interesting at the time, because Rodriguez was saying like, oh, we graduate this month, and that means I'm gonna be gone before you, and I'm just like, what? I was like, really? And I was like, when y'all graduate? And she said like in May or something like that, or maybe she said, I don't know if she said May or March. It should be... No. She was saying March at first, and then we were saying May. There you go. Okay. I was like, wait, what? For graduation, because I guess if she has it planned and kind of worked out the way that she wants it, she could just leave, basically right after, what's it called? See, look, I did all this work, and all I had to do was just, like, go up that. Because I've seen a lot of people doing it. You can leave, basically, like, right after you do, graduation. Like, graduation, ceremony, or whatever, and then they do the whole thing where you get the army tassels or whatever, and that's what I wanted, at least, you know. Hopefully to leave after graduation and such, but nope, no luck. Freaking ulcer had us postponed for 5 years. Oh, not for 5 years exact. From the date of when I did it, it would be about 2 years, 2-ish, 3 years that I've been waiting, and it's been a pain. But we've gotten this far, so I ain't complaining anymore. So, who knows? So, my girlfriend right now just said she just got out of the gym, or at least the one that's in school. She's all tired. I'm like, okay. Let's see what Swan's up to with the baby again. She doesn't want to take a nap yet. I do. Oh. So actually, what I'm thinking about doing now, there's a couple things. I've said this before, but I've lose so many. Like, it's weird. I have so much confidence that if my bro Joey and I, like, if there was a 2v2, I feel like I'm confident enough that if my bro Joey and I were to do a 2v2 in a tournament, we would at least make it to, like, some type of cash prize, right? When it's a 1v1, right? Um, I have less confidence. And the reason why I have less is because certain characters, like, I'm not gonna lie, recently, pretty much real. Recently, I played Smash Bros. Actually, it was yesterday. I played Smash Bros. With my bro Joey. And of course, as usual, we picked the Joker Luigi combo and we were winning. Then we decided to switch things up. I can't remember who he picked, if it was Captain Falcon or if it was Donkey Kong, but we ended up doing that. Like, I was good with Luigi. I'm definitely good with Mega Man. But then I tried, like, Richter and Sonic, and I think I might have done Pac-Man. I remember doing Isabelle, and I was just horrible. And I was like, whoa, what the heck happened? Like, my Isabelle was so bad. It's like if I forgot her moves, or, like, I expected something different. I don't know what the heck happened there. Pac-Man, I feel like I didn't utilize his moves that much. I think we might have won that match anyway, but I didn't use his moves that much. You know, learning, because every time I run into a Pac-Man player, they always go for the down B, which is he throws is it a fire hydrant? I think that's what it is. He throws that on the floor, and then you can actually use that to be like a kind of like a projectile. You can actually hit it if you do a hard attack on it, heavy attack, smash, whatever the heck you want to call it. If you do one of those on it, it flings it kind of like an arc. Oh, but if you do a weaker attack, which it could still make it fly, but it just doesn't fly very far.
Nope.
So I was, I feel like I didn't play as Pac-Man that well. But I am moving on to new things, so I'm trying my best now, because again, my Mega Man game is pretty good. I'm gonna keep working on my Mega Man amiibo, because I seen what do you call his name? Choctopus? Is that how you're supposed to say it? Chocopus? Choctopus? I don't know. I seen his video. I don't know how I came across it, of how to. Oh, I think that's what it was. Because I was trying to, I wanted one day, I was just like, man, I'm playing against, like, I had my Sonic. My Sonic was the only one that was at 50. I think I might have reset him. I wanted my, because I would do a server, right? Those little battle arenas where you would only use amiibos. Of course, you could fight the other amiibos, but you could use amiibos. And, I was constantly losing. I was like, man, my amiibos are horrible. Like, what's going on? And then I remember looking up, like, how to make a good amiibo in Smash Ultimate. And then that's when his video came up about how to make a raid boss. And I was like, whoa, a raid boss? What the heck is that? And sure enough, I think it's got some good info on it, because my Mega Man, even though it's not, when I came back to my Mega Man, right? What I did, because last night, I was like, no, Mega Man, I love playing as him and all this. Let me check if I remember, see how my amiibo was. And sure enough, I checked my amiibo, I beat it. And I was like, what the heck? Like, I gave it more defense, more attack, more, like, and it felt kind of easy. Like, you're at level 50, I gave you 2 spirit things to boost you, and it's like, what the heck? And I sent a screenshot of my bro, and I was like, or to both of them, and I was like, look, I'm gonna have to restart my amiibo or something. Like, I don't know. And sure enough, recently or rather yesterday, same day. I think right now my amiibo might be close to 40. Level 50 being the max. And I did hear from Choctopus that if you do play quite a bit, like, how do you say? Um, he says even though the amiibo, right, level 50 is the maximum, it can still learn how to kind of adapt and play to certain styles. Like, for example, it might know, like, if you play a certain way with Donkey Kong, then it would try to figure out with what movesets and things that you've done with, like, my Mega Man. It would try to figure out, like, okay, if I do this and this, then I could beat this Donkey Kong by doing this and that. Like, it tries to figure it out. I've been trying to support my amiibo by teaching it to spike, which it tries rarely. Every time I see him go for that move, it's always whenever we're already on the stage. I don't know, it's pretty weird. I'm trying to teach the amiibo, like, hey dude, you need to go off the stage, do the spike, and then come down, or come back to the stage. Or, not even that, like, even if it's not just the spike, like going down off the stage a bit, doing your fire sword or your quick slash, and then jumping back onto the stage, you know? But my amiibo hasn't really done that. I mean, it tried what it's done, though, which I don't know how. It's, like, learned to just fall off the stage and then, like, jump back on. I'm not sure why, but, this amiibo, I swear you not, is so much better than what it was before. Maybe it's because I'm doing better as a trainer, who knows. Can I do it like that? And then have like a door here? Yeah, that works for me. You know what I should have done? Build traps. Because most of these traps, like, I've seen it in the last one, every time I would start the thing and then put traps. Yep. There we go. As I was trying to say, last time that I came in and then did all this stuff for the traps and whatnot. Like, it was, so I think we're not gonna do this storm shield defense, because I mean, nobody's really trying to help out. I mean, that Daniel guy was a bit of a jerk. He just came in to immediately leave. I mean, I'd done it too, but no. But I mean, it's storm shield defense. I feel bad. Like, I think that's just my morals, right? Like, I feel like if it's storm shield defense, you should at least get as much help as you can. Like, I needed a lot of help when I did just the first stage. I'm so oh, this other one sucked. No, anyway, going back to the whole Smash thing. My Mega Man game. Boy, oh boy, do I love my Mega Man. Mega Man. Mega Man, honestly, I do like the Mega Man games. I do like watching when some actually when some people actually beat it pretty well. Like, I've seen people do the try to beat Mega Man without taking damage, and whew, that's like, realistically speaking, all it really is just kind of remembering what different attacks that certain characters do. Like, it's kind of like if you're playing Castlevania. You know that the Medusa heads are gonna go across the screen in an up, like in a wavy pattern, you know, going up and down. Not a zigzag, a wave. I mean, it's closed. Zigzag's more straight. Wavy is not. The Medusas stay on the bottom, and then they go up, and then down, and up. And then you got, like, certain things, like, oh, if I, you know, like, let's say a spider. I can't even remember what other creatures were there. It was like a monkey, and I hated that one. Or maybe it was a gremlin. But those little things were annoying, because they would jump at you, and I never really knew how to get them. They had frogs in there for some reason. I don't know. The game was interesting. I remember, like, the creatures from the lagoon or whatever, like, those would pop up, and I think they threw, like, fireballs or something like that. It's hard to remember really, but good times. My hair is a mess. But that's kind of really it. Like, as long as you are in, um, okay. So this was a, well, it said eliminate and collect, but there's nothing popping up on my side saying like, hey, you need to eliminate this many. So we're both 18, so I think we're both past the maximum. Except he was 20, so he's still in Stonewood, I believe. Like... What? Am I supposed to collect this?
We've got an opportunity to strike an approaching horde. Get ready for a fight. We've got 10 minutes to take out as many husks
there you
as
go.
possible.
Then I should have waited.
If you bag enough husks, we win. If you don't, we don't.
Or do
Don't
they still
forget to
count?
collect those husk and mist monster samples.
Okay, they
Bonus
still
challenge
count.
success. Good job, team. Strike hard, strike fast, strike fear into the heart of the horde. Don't forget, the storm is closing in, so watch the map. Bonus objectives are in play.
What the heck? I'm lagging hard.
Not possible.
It's actually pretty quick, not gonna lie. We already have 9 of 15.
Nope. Nope.
I mean, technically I do need to eliminate 300, so it'd probably be my best investment to try and kill as many as possible. But, oh man, that's what I want to do.
Keep up
Though.
the good
Going
work.
back to the whole raid boss amiibo thing. Like, I'm probably not gonna call it raid boss, but I'd do it. Like, if I could, I would. Like, if like. What I'm trying to say is, it's harder for me because I don't have a capture card or anything that links up to the Nintendo Switch. I did rather have one that connects via the RCA cables, and it was working fine. I don't know what really happened. Like, I think it could have been the wires, maybe the programming, could be my computer. Really hard to tell, but sometimes like I would watch, or I would try to record like a GameCube video, right? Because, you know, I loved GameCube. I still love GameCube. What am I talking about?
Need help.
This person's just dead. As soon as they go down, that's it. That sucks. Oh snap! Came through the roof. But yeah, like I was saying, you know, it's interesting that by putting so much work into an amiibo, like, it's awesome, right? Or at least this is my perspective. I like seeing, like, well, I mean, the way he does it is he commentates over, like, some of the fights. I'm not really much of a commentator. I feel like if I had to get somebody to do it for me, it'd probably be my bro Johnny. Maybe. I feel like he might know something. Like, if I just go, oh, that's a side B, and he'd be like, oh, look at that side B, oh my god. Like, I feel like he could do it a lot better than me. But I don't know. Again, I would at least try, though, to, you know, do the same thing. And, you know, you could be like, oh, but then that's just copying, you can't do that, you have to be original. And it's like, it's such a good content. Like, for one, you know, who's to guarantee that he's gonna keep getting, or rather, who's to say that he's gonna get the amiibo that fits all characters in the Smash roster, you know? Like, I understand that the, what was it? Like, the Belmonts, right? They're gonna be, coming out. I don't know if it's this year. Like, later this year, I think the Belmonts come out, which I would definitely want, because, I mean, what else? There we go. What else? Yeah, that's really about it when you come to think of it. It's just kind of filling up the gaps. The only thing that I thought would be exciting was imagine you making your own raid boss and then somebody, and then you go against the actual guy who kind of started that trend. Because I know he had people like Lil Z, who is a really good Smash player. Like, he plays a lot of, what was it, like Wario, what was it, Wario, I think Donkey Kong, King K. Rool, I want to say Luigi, because I believe what makes them different is Lil Z tries to get certain characters into Elite Smash, as I think Choctopus is more about seeing if he can get his raid boss to be hard but yet still fair, and that if anybody can beat it. Because his goal is, anybody who's the best should be able to go ahead and, beat my amiibo. And that's cool, I really like that. And I'm kind of, not gonna lie, I'm kind of hoping that my bro Joey does the same, where he trains up his amiibos. Because now he has 3 of them. Or, correction, he has 4 of them, but 3 of them are compatible with the Smash Brothers games. And he has yet to open them. What was I doing? I was over at his house yesterday, and I was like, oh, I see your amiibos, right? Like, they were still in the bag. He never, like, took them out. He never opened them. Me, I kind of gave up on either having them in the box or still in the box for display or anything like that. Like, I just kind of gave up on that. Because I think what made me do that was I saw a product, right? I feel like I could probably make it on my own, if possible. But I'll probably still buy it. There was a product, it was basically like a mount for the wall. Or it probably didn't even need to be just for the wall, but it looked like it. And I mean, you could have it on your shelves too. But whatever, regardless. It was like a piece of wood. It was nice, black. I think it was black. No, you could order it in black or white. That's what it was. And then the thing that was on it was the Animal Crossing characters. That's what I looked up, because what I wanted was to do like what the Mario Brothers have, which is if you have the Mario Brothers amiibos, you would stack them on that little final blocks that or at the end of World 1, Stage 1, right? It's an iconic stage that they use it every time. Other variants, like, there's some different variants, like, for example, like, the beginning and the end are always going to be the same, and I think maybe a couple parts in the middle. But if there's new abilities, for example, like if on the very first stage they want you to play with the the Tanuki suit, they would make kind of like an obstacle or something where the Tanuki suit would still fit, but yet still kind of be similar to the first world. So it's not, I feel like it's never that hard. It's kind of like, hey, let me just copy and paste and add a couple blocks. What else? I don't know. But that's what I wanted originally. Was like, oh, I could do the Mario one, have the flag up or whatever, and then have like Mario figures. And then I looked, I'm like, all I have is Animal Crossing. So I was like, oh, maybe, just maybe, since Animal Crossing kind of came out first, would it be better if I don't know. I really feel like, I'm not gonna lie, I do feel like, hold on, let me check something. I feel like going back because this store is that I'm not. This is the funny thing. Okay, let me just say this now. I'm like having a hard time saying it. I went to Five and Below with my bro Joey yesterday. I said, "Look, bro, they only have one amiibo left, and it was one Animal Crossing amiibo, right?" I was like, "Dang, they only have one left. What the heck?" I'm like, "Ah, whatever, it's cool." And like, he's like, "Do you already have that one?" I was like, "Yeah, I do. I do." Man, I'm gonna have like no money. So he's like, "Do you already have that one?" I was like, "Yeah." I unfortunately do already have that one. I have $3 in this account. Whoa, what is this? Scan a Cash App code to pay. Really, that's a thing? I updated this app and now I don't even know how to do this. Remove, replace. Oof. Okay, I don't remember it. Okay. I believe it's...
It's getting too dangerous. I have to pull you out now.
Did I put 37? Oh no, 250. And then... I'm literally trying my best to send $3. $3 to my bank account. Which is kind of funny. This isn't sending the credentials and all that. Authorizing. We'll do it via text message. Nice. And I just got it. I got my identification code. Submit that. It's a long code. Geez. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 digits. What was it? 9, 10, 11, 12? Just 4 more. It would have been the same as, I don't know, buying a freaking, like, not buying. Putting in, like, a PlayStation code. I think Xbox is actually longer than that, no? Isn't Xbox, or is Xbox 12 and 4, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Tuesday. Okay, then I'll wait till Tuesday. Alright. That's really dope. Okay. Okay, I didn't do all my data. What am I? Oh, I'm only halfway there. Let's see. I just want to see if there's anything new in the item shop. Oh, snap. What do you know? Weapons I don't use. I think the only thing I'm gonna buy is this reperk. Because reperk, I didn't realize how important that thing is. And that's just to change some of my stuff up. I was gonna go into schematics. And then I went to... Was I gonna change this? No, I was gonna change this one. Right? I went to perks. And then I was gonna change rating to damage. And then we need the purple to make it better, but as well we do need the legendary one. Now you do get less legendary. I mean, obviously as it gets higher, more rarity, you get less, which is unfortunate. It'd be nice if there was all just 100 each. Then of course that would mean you need to get a lot of them, and that's a whole mess. So I bought a flux. I'm not supposed to buy the flux. I'm supposed to get... Oh, but they don't have it on sale. The only one that they have are the green ones. Oh, and the blue ones. So I need to get epic perk up. Where am I supposed to get that? Oh, you know what we haven't done? This. It's two places. Either Plankerton or force ourselves to do something in Canny Valley. Because I'm seeing things like uncommon and frost, fire, you know, and I don't know where to find the schematic. Oh, not schematic, the epic. Like, none of these really say. This one's Survivor? Wait, do I need to upgrade any survivors? I think I needed to upgrade all of them. Yeah, there's still 3 that need to be leveled up. Oh, 4. Okay, let's do... Let me try Canny Valley really quick. Just to see. I still find uncommon, though. I could see it on the bottom of the reward thing. Ooh, this one... Oh, that's blue. That's rare. So that means I can only assume 2 things. Either A, once we get past the... Or no, because these are 50... Oh, but we could still play them. I was going to say, I think once we get past these... Because I think there has to... It's going to expand, and then there's going to be more missions for us to do. So with that kind of... Like, this has to be the Storm King. So... I think once we get closer to him, then we're gonna finally get the epic, and if it's not in this one, unfortunately, it's gonna have to be in the next one. So I don't know. What time is it right now? It's already 1. You know what? That's crazy. We're already... Wait, what? It already says I'm 1 of 5. Oh, wait. Duh, we destroyed 1 mimic like a second ago. How did I forget that? Okay. I don't remember if... I don't think hold the door is... Well, hold the door is what we can do, but it isn't a trophy. Everything that I tagged here is a trophy, but Toxic Treasure keeps changing. No matter how many times I kill 5 mimics, another 5 show up, and then it's just like, it unpins it. So, yeah. What I'm gonna do is, let me look at something again, because I'm pretty sure I didn't grab it yet. 7, 8, 9, 10. So I need 3 more, and that's exactly what we're gonna do. We're gonna go to Stonewood, we're gonna help somebody out, and we're going to look for the remaining 3. And hopefully there is a radar dish, whatever mission that they're doing. There's hopefully a radar dish, so that way we can go ahead, get into it, and build that radar dish to kind of help fast forward everything into, awesome, fight the storm, into finding where at least 3 of them are. Of course, we're going to need some blue glow, so it's kind of a jam-packed thing. I wish I would have gotten a haircut. But today, if you wanted to know what I was gonna go wear when I see my girlfriend, basically it's I got camo pants or camo shorts that I wore yesterday, and then I was gonna wear it with the shirt that I have right now, which was the same one I wore yesterday. But then I was like, you know what? I'm going to I was like, no, the reason why I have this other shirt is because I originally was going to wear it today when going to go exercise with the army and whatnot. But since it's canceled, I figured, you know, might as well just wear it regardless with the camo. It might not match because this is light blue and that's not. But, alright, but let me tell you something. Whoops. I don't care. No, I'm joking. Yeah, I kind of don't really care too much about appearance. Like, there's certain situations where I will. But for the most part, I normally don't. Like, for example, like, I remember a lot of time. Oh, SB. Like, I remember a lot of times where it would be like, oh, why are you wearing that? And it'd be like going to a midnight premiere for a movie, and it's just like, what? Like, what's wrong with it? What's going on? Is the music that I had from the shotgun just still playing? Because I killed the husk. I swear this game is picky. Oh my goodness. I don't like the shape of this one. I'm missing something. This one. Oh, I thought this was gonna look for the thing. No. Okay. Maybe we're a little out of luck here. I thought this would have been one that shows us treasure, but I guess not. At least we still, I'll say this, at least we still built the whatchamacallits, so we're just gonna do fight the stone mission and post a find. Watch there not be any chests. Why is this guy stalking me? Grab it, grab it, grab it, grab it, grab it. He's gonna grab it before me. I don't like this guy. This is why I'm not gonna trade with him or anything. Because I bet that's why he wants to follow me. He's gonna keep just doing that. Oops. Dang, the one house I find a freaking chest. And this guy just has to grab it.
Target located.
Wait. Oh, it's
Drop the
counted. It
atlas on
says
the target
98.
when you're ready.
Oh, I do have to sneak though. Oh no.
Bonus challenge is now available.
Okay, I'm good. What a day, huh? I feel like we've been through a lot. So yeah, so later today, I'm actually gonna do a little bit of, again, because like I said before, I know I repeated this, probably like the fourth. Lag is horrible, but like I was trying to say, this is probably the fourth time I said it today, but you know, what's this good one? I'm putting no. I am curious what he's saying. Hold on.
This goes funky. Like you're on at 1:30. You're on this drum room. alien, but will you trade with me?
I was right. It was a trade. I'm sorry, I don't care if you have a 130, 1 million, I don't care. Like, I'm on my way to get there. Like, I'm already at 82. Oh, I didn't realize I had all this stuff. I could just get rid of that. Like I was trying to say, I have a bunch of stuff that I can just get rid of. And eventually, as I keep making it bigger. Because I feel like that's what this game is at this point for a lot of people. Can you give me 130? Like, if you even get, let's just say, for example, even if you get a 130, alright, which is the power level, it's how strong a weapon is. Even if you get a weapon that's that strong, you're not even gonna, you know, like, you're pretty much getting it from other people, right? Like, for me, for example, I'm an 80, like, at this point, I can make 82 leveled weapons. If my bro Joey would be one of them people, oh, can we trade you with your 130? I don't, it's stupid, I hate it. That's what ruins the game, honestly. It's just people saying, can we trade and stuff. I would rather, you know, do something else. You know, I'm looking for freaking chests over here. I'm not finding any. Oh, nice. Joystick has a bit of a drift there. Oh boy. Okay. I don't remember what the time was. 16. Okay. Yeah. So I don't know. Wish me luck, I guess. Because I mean, I don't know what to expect from my girlfriend. I mean, to just say something. Oh, I should have said it a while ago. And it's just like, like if you're just gonna complain about me, just do it. I'm sorry, I mean, a lot of people complain about me, but if she's gonna say something like, oh, don't be putting me in your videos, and I'm like, oh, okay, I mean, I do save my girlfriend for the most part, but alright, whatever. You know? That's why I'm expecting, like, the worst today. She could say, oh, I miss you and this and that, and yada, yada. But then she could be like, oh, I'm losing interest, or, oh, this and that. I'm like, alright, nothing I can do. And like I said, some people opposites attract, aka introvert extrovert, but doesn't always work out. It's kind of a situation where sure you can be opposite, but typically it's still within the same margin. Like if you're both are introverted, then you would both like doing introverted things. Like if me personally, again, I like trading my amiibos. I like working on YouTube videos. I like taking it easy. You know, I would rather kick back to a movie. Like if you had to be like, oh, a movie theater or movie at home, I like both. But that's the thing, if it's like a new awesome movie that's coming out, obviously I'd go with the theater. I'd be like, let's go to a movie theater, check this out, blah blah blah. If it was, hey, what's it called, like, hey, there's nothing really good in the theater or whatever, then you got your whole little Netflix and chill. And that's what a lot of people are about, apparently, but yet a lot of people are not. And I'm one of those people who are for it, but not when it comes to the sexual activity. So, I mean, that's just a bonus. But, just personally speaking, like, that's just who I am. I like being, I'm a little homebody, right? The only time I'm ever really out doing something and whatnot is mostly when I'm out helping out somebody, or when I'm doing stuff with the army on Thursdays. Those are really it. At this point, I feel like I'm possibly experienced enough to go ahead and get a bit of a head start. Now, it ain't going to be the best head start, but a bit of a head start over some people when going into the military. I mean, you know, you can talk about experiences, like, oh, I've had this many experiences in the military, or I've done this, I've done that. Yeah.
Nice work. Add blue glow to the atlas.
Aw, man.
Open mission control when you're
Nope.
ready to begin.
This looks like where I have to go, unfortunately. And we'll see where it goes from here. So, again, like I said, I will be back, guys. I don't know. I'll be back. Couple hours or so. Once it hits maybe, I don't know, 6, 10, who knows what time. I'll let y'all know. So thank you guys for watching. If you watched, hit like, subscribe, do the same for the Zaben Project, and I'll see you guys next time when we, well, come back later on today.